Welcome everyone, I'm currently playing a best of 7 show match against Special. It's going to be played on America East. The first map here is Curious Mind. See if we can get anything done. I open up with a 13 pylon, 14 gate. This is a secret build order that not many people know about. It gets you a pretty fast proxy Stargate if you want to, but it's slightly slower than usual. I really like this on smaller maps. Because you still get there fast, but it's slightly better economically. Oh, did I just accidentally find his proxy racks? I think I did. Don't mind me if I do. That was non-intentional, honestly. Absolutely non-intentional. I also forgot to send my worker down. I'm not quite sure what my... Oh! Ping! High ping, high ping. On low ping this wouldn't have happened. If I had normal ping I would have... This absolutely would not have happened. No shot. It's a 100% ping situation over here. That's a 90 ping. Otherwise I would have killed both of his SCVs there. If that wasn't the case. Now, we're still gonna proxy. And we're gonna go into a... Stargate. And... with that Stargate we'll get... an Oracle. That's going to be our goal, I think, at least. I think his barracks is probably at least a little bit delayed. Oof, that's pain. He's gonna get into my main base. I hope to just not lose anything. Come on, go in there, go in there. Okay, so we lost 2 workers so far. We have a worker hiding behind his mineral line. He just scouted it. This is not what we consider a good start. Let me tell you that much. This is not what we consider a good start whatsoever. We are going to get an Oracle here. We have a second Adept on the way as well. I think we might be capable of getting at least one here. Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna get just one. Wait, no, we get both. That's beautiful. That's just a thing of beauty. We get another bad boy here, and we follow this up with a Phoenix. Now he's gonna have something ready for this. That's what I thought already. He's gonna have something ready. He's going into more, what you call them? Cyclones. I wonder if he's still on one base or if he's trying to get out of it. Our plan here is very simple, actually. So we are going to play a 2-gate pressure with a lot of Phoenixes. Now this sounds stupid, but it's actually quite powerful. And the way that this works is we attempt... First of all, we need to make sure that this thing stays alive and that we can see any threat coming in. We're gonna attempt to kind of bait him out, okay? That's going to be our objective here. We're gonna bait him out, and then as he tries to take the natural, with whatever it is he wants to take it... Oh, I'm kind of supply blocked. It's not quite what I wanted. Okay, you see that? We have 5 units right now. Oh, he's actually gonna move out. Him moving out would be the dream scenario. If I can get him to move out, that would be huge. So, what we're gonna do here is we have this Oracle going into the main base. It's gonna pull him out of position. Then we're going to walk straight into the natural. What is this? That's a Viking. I do not like that. I think we lost, honestly. This was not a good trade. Not a good trade at all. He's already on extra barracks as well. So we're actually kind of dead at this point. So So we have no workers. Might as well just it's game over. He is up in workers. He has better production, and we have no tech whatsoever. So this game went absolutely awful. Sometimes happens as well. Perhaps if we would have hidden the Stargate a little bit better, that would have gone better. But yeah, from the start on out, we were just down in workers, and that's generally not something you want. I think against Proxy Reaper, the worst thing you can do usually is the Proxy Stargate, and especially double gas openers, because they have such fast cyclones. So things don't really work out. What I tried was one of the things you can try, but well, it didn't really work. So that's life, of course. Can't always work. Game 2 is going to be Berlingrad. Wait, what? Is this a mirrored version of Berlingrad? This looks like a weird Berlingrad. It had the wrong things. Oh, whatever. It seems fine now. All right. On this map, you can also play the 13 gate, but it wouldn't surprise me if he's going to try to either proxy or fake proxy every single game. Because that is kind of common from him, I think. It actually really wouldn't surprise me. So we're just gonna get some things in our main base. Scout around our own main a little bit, and then kind of play it from there. I actually think fake proxies tend to be really bad if TOS plays standard. TOS usually just gets a head out of him. I think there's a lot of different openers that are a lot better than the fake proxy. But fake proxy is very good against aggressive moves out of the Protoss. See if there's anything behind my natural. Doesn't seem to be the case. See if there's anything being proxied here. I also don't think that's going to be the case. I'm a pretty decent scouter around my base. And now we just have to check what he's doing on the other side of the map. I think I want to play core first. Maybe I'll even go robo first here. Oh yeah. Yeah, he's just going to play this every single game. Okay, that's cool. Very common on small maps, actually. Like I said, on small maps, I really don't even mind it too much. Even if it does get scouted, like I do here, I think it might even be okay. Hop. Ooh, we almost had that. I thought we actually would get that. That's why I said hop. But then I didn't get it, so the hop was for nothing. Gonna throw out a... Yeah, I think I'm just gonna open up with an adept. Could also start with something else, in case I'm afraid of a bunker. But I'm not really afraid of a bunker. You have not enough minerals. You have not enough minerals. Just want to see... Okay, he's getting a factory over here. Means his Reaper most likely is gonna start moving across the map. I want to check if he's pulling out of gas or not. Why is he so fast here on my side of the map, and why am I so darn slow?
Glory to the Daylong.
Okay, he pulled out of gas. That is pretty big info to figure out this early on in the game. I'm gonna go into Robo. Lost my worker across the map, that sucks. Once again, not the end of the world. Okay, it's not coming there, at least it wasn't coming there for now. This map is really good for our Reapers, I keep forgetting. Jesus.
Give us your command. Give up. Come back. We serve with pride.
I think I might be able to get one hit in, but I'm not even sure. I think this game is over, actually. I think I took too much damage from the Reapers at this point for me to really be capable of playing a proper game from here on out. He really needs to get some type of info, so it wouldn't surprise me if he does decide to go up here. But he doesn't. I really don't like my position. I really don't like it. Good lord. This is so difficult. Yeah, I think I'm just dead. He killed 4 workers. He's going to follow this up with a mine drop as well. Generally not great for me if I don't have anything and he already has a mine drop. Just gonna get all of our units in position. At least we'll be capable of not dying. Jesus. That was kind of pain as well, not gonna lie. Lost like 3-4 workers there. I wonder what his unit count is. And his worker count specifically. He's getting a tank. Is this a 1 base? Is a fast. Oh, he's playing Raven or BC behind this. I think it's BC. 3 gas is so much. Up. Managed to save that at least. Seems to be going for Raven for now. Just gonna get... I want to get a battery on my 3rd base. Did I kill something? Oh, I think I killed the mine. But I also took some damage. Maybe I even lost a unit. Not quite sure what happened here. Can open up with a disruptor actually. Going to... Hey, this feels like PC so much now. Must be like a proxy fusion core. Oh, I already saw it. I just missed it. Oops. You're gonna be built over here on this location. And you can stand in the middle. So we are gonna have 4 stalkers in the main. Ah, if only I had realized that it actually was going to be BC. This would have been a whole lot better for me, honestly. So now he's moving out. Yeah, kind of painful. Let's see what his plans are here. Maybe we can kill all of this. I could just win. What a terrible build order. Holy crap, that sucked. I feel like his early game was probably the best as it could have been. And he still just is... Like, this wasn't even close to him killing me. I did get the disruptor shot of a lifetime, I'll have to admit that, but still. I feel like it could have gone so much better for him. What's my follow-up going to be? Does he have triple CC? No shot, right? Oh, he's probably going into mech from here, huh? I need way more gateways. I'm gonna get a dark shrine as well, just for banter. Gonna see my dark shrine actually. Kind of pain. Kind of pain. Might as well just cancel it at this point. I also feel like I should have had that thing way longer ago. My blink. Feels like it really researched slower than it usually does. Gonna get a 4th base immediately. We're just gonna mass stalker. I don't actually know what his follow-up is, but I'm gonna assume something here. And that is there's going to be more BCs. And against more BCs, I think Mass Stalker is a completely fine transition. There's so many workers that are not really doing much of anything. Okay, that's free. Actually want a cannon over here. These stalkers are moving away as well from this area. They're gonna be standing over here. This way I have kind of... I'll have some type of help at defending everywhere I go. Oh. Can't quite see what he's doing here, but maybe I can blink in something. Yeah, you can get a couple of these shots up. I don't really care. How many tanks does my man have here? That's the thing I'm really curious about, of course. He has enough tanks, I think, to defend this. Up. I really need some of these guys, honestly. Some of them observers. That way I can get something done at least. He might want to try to clear my Prisma. So we send a couple of Stalkers home just in case. I have my charge already. Charge research is so freaking fast. It's actually ridiculous. Okay, 1 unit over here. We're gonna send 1 unit over here as well. And from here on out, what, we just get more gateways or what? We could, I guess. Oh my god, this has been not good. Can I clear that or no? I think I can kill this actually. Oh, that's dead. That's also dead. So we're just gonna try to trade as much as possible, honestly. That's the only thing I truly care about. At the same time, I want to go up to a 5th base. These guys are gonna stay here, so if he ever decides to teleport, he might be in some trouble. I should have had way more things available. Way more pylons. I don't actually, I'm lacking pylons, but I think it will be fine anyway. I just cleared this base. He doesn't have enough tanks because you're investing so much money in units that aren't tanks, in BCs and that type of stuff. It becomes really tricky actually to hold anything. Oh, he's chasing. He's gonna lose these BCs as well. He's 1 more. Up. Oh, I was kind of hoping I could clear that thing. We're just gonna continue getting more and more of these. We have some vision here. And then eventually what we do is we just come in with a bunch of zealots from the side. And I don't think there's much that he can do. Why is one of these guys over here? That's so weird, no? Okay, I'm just gonna send this. Oh, I think we might be capable of actually getting a decent trade here. And even if we don't get a decent trade here, I think any trade at this point is decent because he has no units. So this is GG. We can already type out the GG. Ah, it was too slow! That's the ping for sure. If you already type out the GG and you don't get it down before he leaves, that can only be because there's a little bit of delay to the NAE server. I don't think there's any other reason why that GG wouldn't go through. I know I clicked it as well. I am very, very quick. So that's, once again, another thing ping related. That's 100% sure. Oh. Next map is going to be Glittering Ashes. We already did the veto. Let me see. Or well, the veto, the map picks. I tried vetoing something. I didn't know it was a best of 7. I thought it was a best of 5. Okay, Glittering Ash, a very large map. Very, very large map. Wait, isn't Glittering Ashes map 4? Did I already lose 2? No, I only lost Curious Mind, right? And Burning Girl was the second. I think the score's 1-1. But now I'm not entirely sure. I think Glittering was map 4. That was map 3. Nah, it probably is. Well, whatever. We'll see. We'll have to see. Okay. If he plays another fake proxy Rex, I'd be very surprised. The build just isn't very good. Well, actually, the BC build isn't very good. Because you just die to Mass Stalker. Most of the time. Your first push needs to do a lot. Oh, PP. What? What's this? Your first push needs to do a lot. If it doesn't do a lot, you just die. But Yeah. I mean, and it didn't do anything. My Disruptor hit like 2 tanks that were sieged next to each other. And then I also killed like 5 Marines with it. I also had a battery there though. So even if he does push in, like everything went terrible because I didn't realize there was a fusion core. I really believed it was going to be a Raven. But then the third gas makes no sense. So I should have just... The moment I saw the third gas, I kind of knew that it was Battle Cruiser. But then I didn't want to make the hard call because I was like, there's no way. Like, but then it was. So my battery in the main was a little delayed. That cost me some mining time. I don't like losing mining time. And it also cost me some stalkers. Maybe just a stalker. God, my memory is so poor. It's crazy. Okay. So what's our next move going to be? Going over here. We just scout the edges a little bit. It's possible that he goes for a pretty classic move would be to build an eBay on my natural. It's also possible that he doesn't do that. I actually would much prefer if he doesn't do it. And then we'll just go into straight Stargate. A couple of ways we can play Stargate. But oh, this actually is really bad if it's still a Proxy Reaper. The Nexus before anything. Yeah, we'll have to see how it goes. Okay, no matter where his Proxy Reaper is right now, I'm probably going to be in a bit of trouble. I think I'm dead. So there's going to be a bunker here, and he's going to play 2 racks. Wait, what? What is this opener? This is the worst opener in the world. Legitimately. So... I'm gonna have to get a pile on the low ground, because I think he might try to do some type of Marine push out. Oh god, why would I build it now? Yeah, let's just go over here. Maybe he doesn't scout. Please tell me he has a bunker. Okay, this is a terrible build order against what I'm doing. His build order is like some weird metagame build order. This only works against people with a brain. Sucks to be him, I guess. Here he is preparing for people with a brain and he's playing against me. What a rookie move. An actual rookie move. He has like no units either. He's gonna have no units whatsoever. I need a battery here though. I really do need a battery here. Oh, what? Okay, so was this the entire push? Was this the idea that he had? It doesn't seem like a brilliant plan. We could go into Blink from here, actually. We could also not do that and have a win, but... Sometimes life is more fun if you take risks. I ended up getting it. So now I kind of wasted energy on my duty. I don't like that on my Oracle. We're just gonna push across the map with this. You should have a couple of Marines at least. You went triple Reaper. He needs to have a thing over here, like a bunker. If he doesn't have a bunker... Ooh. That's one of the barracks. The other barracks probably already in his main base or something. I'm never quite sure if, like, what my position is in these cases, because I've never played... What?
You seek guidance? It is destined.
Okay, we got 5 kills. I don't know, like, was this good for me, or... Like, 5 kills for sure is good. That's... But the entire episode here, like, was that good, or was that just... Was it just fine? Like... He won't have an armory, right? I'm just getting one Phoenix so I can clear these things. He won't be capable of killing me. I don't even think he's getting... I don't even think he's getting like a stim yet. Or if he is, then it's gonna be pretty darn late. Ping, ping. That's all ping. He doesn't have anything in there anymore, no? He already used his marbles. You're out of marbles, my friend. It's now my turn to go across the map and do something stupid. That was yours. Now it's on me. I feel like my stupidity is just a lot bigger than his. Oh, that is actually kind of painful.
I am the voice of the eclipse. How can I aid you?
Well, that ended up not going how I wanted it to.
I am the voice. I am here in the shadows.
I think we're still winning pretty hard, though. Well, when I say pretty hard, I think there's still a chance that we win this game. Because we haven't been playing this too hot. We haven't really been playing this too hot. Okay. I wonder what his eco is, though. I wish I still had vision of his army there. Oh, God, I wish I still had vision of his army. Where are you at, bot? Where are you at? Oh, there we go. How does he know everywhere I'm moving? This guy is some... I feel like I keep losing units without me really realizing. You guys go in here. You guys go in here. You can do something. No, not the end of the world. Oh my good lord. I wish I had targeted that properly. I wish I had targeted that properly again. Good lord, that was really bad. That was actually awful. I think we might have just lost the game now. We're still ahead economically, but we're so far behind in IQ points that I don't even think it's going to matter. Is he killing these rocks? What's his... Yeah, I've seen a lot of weird things happen in my life, but... My opponent really is pushing it here. Oh god. I'm actually playing like a dog. Dogs aren't known for their very good micro. Alright, boys. It's now or never. Hoppa! Oi! That's a lot of force fields for almost no unit. Oh, but that's 2 more force fields for more units. And now we have a run by coming in. Yeah, who's the king now? What's kicking off, boys? Oh, none of these actually ended up shooting. That was not great for my opponent. I think I cleared a bunch of his invisible dudes, no? Hoppa. Hey, it feels like we're winning, at least. At least semi looks like it, no? I have a... Wait, what? How did that hit? Not like that, I guess. I actually don't have any vision right now.
discovered us.
Think we might have held this at least temporarily. I have no clue where he is with his entire army. Did I lose a lot of workers? They just pulled them away. I think I might have just pulled them away. Not quite sure why I started attacking that thing. I have so much money right now in the bank. That I could get a couple of extra expensive hobbies and be fine. Please, one more shot. Where in the world did that shoot from? Probably somewhere here. Oh, good lord, it wasn't there. I don't quite see where he is. Oh, it's here. It's up here. Now I see it. We're playing like an actual teabag. It's insane how bad we're playing. I like that you guys are getting dragged into it while you're just sitting at home. It's like, what? B? You monster. You guys haven't done anything. Just getting dragged in with me. Actual teabag level of thing. Alright. I'm gonna build this bad boy over here. Not quite sure what I want to do with this. This one. Maybe one here. We should have started disruptors like 5 minutes ago. But we didn't do that. So now we don't have disruptors yet. It's kind of painful. Actually kind of painful. Okay, so you can join up with an army here of mediocre units. Also get a sentry. And the rest of the units that are also mediocre go over here. Kind of can want to scout a bit. I have so many hallucination energy. Might as well send something out on the map. Hop! Oh god! He has a lot of stuff. Good lord! Yeah, man. The actual pain. That was actual pain for him. Lol. He lost like 5 Vikings for nothing. I think that's quite what he wanted to do. Where's my Void Ray, guys? Guys? What happened with my Void Ray? Just asking for a friend? What? Guys? Oh my god, I have so many workers here. Sometimes I feel like I don't know how to play StarCraft. Sometimes I feel like I suck at this game. It's the shit. Why do all these... Where did they come from? Where did they go? Is that one? I think it might be one. Got him. I'm gonna start moving forward. Did we start... Yeah, we started the Dark Shrine upgrade, yeah? Already? Yet. Nice one, Kev. Oh! One more, baby! Oh ja, das was great! Oh, ein mehr! Ja, 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 ja. Was ist los? Richtig nice, as the Germans would say. He has like no units at home, but still enough to deal with the salad run by. Just gonna queue up a couple of these kills. We don't really have a lot of money though, and we don't actually have that much income. I hope I managed to do something useful here. Oh, he needs to kill that. He needs to kill that. If he doesn't kill that, he might just be in a little bit of trouble. I could also be in a bit of trouble, by the way. I don't actually have that much DPS here anymore.
From the shadows I come.
This is really risky, and I don't like it. Come here. We take position over here. We continue with worker production as well. I'm gonna try to do a little bit of damage. I thought he was gonna have a base over here, honestly. But as he doesn't, just gonna continue our amount of disruptors. Good lord. Hello?
We are one with it. Consciousness awakened.
I wonder if I can add a couple more of these DTs. Then make a weird type of move. Ooh.
Let our enemy know our fury.
Where is he? Where's the rest of his army, you know?
What would you ask? Upgrade complete. I am the blade of Showmatch.
Oh, that was not what I needed to do right now. So we lost a lot of crap, I have to admit. I think we might have been capable of winning here. Just now, I think we won. Ah, why would that go over there? Is that what I told him? Oh my god, we have so many units just walking straight into their death. Hoppa! We're actually making it. I can't believe we accidentally won this game. This is the dumbest game I've played in my entire life. Come on, one more. Well, kill that marauder, mate! Kill this marauder as well. Good lord. GG! We did it! The man with the lowest IQ wins again. And now we're in... Let me check. I think this is with the 2-1. Yeah. Okay, Forest Blackburn. 3 Glittering Ashes, Forest Blackburn. That DT blink-in was so bad and so dumb. Yeah, go. Oh, I was too far up. Oh, the next map is Blackburn. So, on Blackburn, if he does a fake proxy again, or a real proxy, that would actually surprise me. Because so far it hasn't really been working out. Like, there's too many counters to it, I think. Like, he's doing all these fancy meta games, but the meta games don't work against the man who's not thinking. Really makes you think. How can you mind game a man without mind and a man without game? I'm lacking both of these things. And yet he's trying. It doesn't work. Okay, here we go. Now there's a couple of things I could do. I could not scout whatsoever. Or we could scout our close by locations and then not care about anything. Or we could scout our close by locations and then play core before Nexus. Look at all these. I'm doing too much thinking now. And the moment I start thinking, usually things start going wrong as well. So you tell me what I should be doing. Yeah, we're a gateway over here. That's the play. Whoop. Nothing over here. Should we check these locations? It's possible he proxies like some barracks there. I'm actually just gonna scout this time around. I'd be surprised if he goes for the same thing again. And then I kind of want to know what he's up to, you know? I'm just curious. He can also build it here. That'd be a weird location, but... it's fine now for me to go there because I'm gonna go blind core before Nexus. Yeah, okay, he doesn't have it there. That was a good attempt. So you might be thinking, well, what really is the play here then, Kev? And I'd say, I don't really have a play right now. There's no. How was that probe faster? That's a lie. Oh. See if we can find it, or if he's somewhere. You know, I'm glad I went core before Nexus this time, though. Maybe here. I don't think you can put it there. Must be here then. Or he actually did finally get one semi-close to my base. Gonna check if there's a factory up here. I didn't check the gases, which is definitely a mistake. It's not getting anything here. Well, whatever. It's getting a factory. There probably was 2 gas. I really should have checked if it was 2 gas or not. I just don't understand quite what he's doing. Oh, the barracks was in the main base? But he's still playing 2 gas. I just don't understand these at all. Like these build orders. I really don't. Come on, show me what you're doing, buddy. I want to see if he's building a tech lab or... Like, what is your follow-up here, Chief? I'm building a tech lab. Let's do this. Don't particularly like it, but it's also not awful. Might be a Hellion, actually. If it's a Hellion, that would be cool. He could actually do something with that. Good move as well. No? Went in with 2 Reapers. Got something done. I like that. Actually a cool move. Good control as well. I still don't like these 2 Reaper openers. Even though that move specifically was cool, of course. Oh, that move was less cool. Now we're gonna go hunt for the final one. So, right now the problem I have with his position isn't maybe even so much with his position, but it's more with the fact that he shouldn't be capable of doing anything on a map like this. So I can get a battery over here, and it defends both of my bases and allows it to get super batteried. Please no, please no. Good lord. Oh. So he went for a quick armory as well. He's gonna go for another thing here. See that? This one stays on this location. He's gonna go for a Thor, no shot, right? Decent worker count. I do like that. I'm kind of supply block though. Nah. Good lord. He lost a lot of income here. Like, actually a crap ton of income. Look at this as well. Wasn't a clean opener. Really wasn't a clean opener. This one can go here. Lost a lot of gas income as well, which actually sucks. There's a 3rd base on position. Huh? No shot. Build a 3rd base in position? A madman. I'm not quite sure if I'm winning this anymore now. Maybe I should have just gone for Stargate, like I usually do. Oh, the tank is in position! Just as I wanted to go do something about that tank. You go here. That's gonna be slow. His thing actually was going to be slow, I think. His stim. His stim wasn't gonna be done. If we would have been capable of cancelling that, that would have been so huge. But because we didn't, now I think we're in a bit of trouble. We're gonna just rush into Storm and pray to the Lord that we're gonna be in time. But before we do that, we have one more move. We call this the banter move. Because this is very good banter. Oh. I don't actually want to go that there. Need more gateways. And I'm gonna need some freaking Templar as well. Within now and 10 seconds. He's just gonna push out at some point. I'm gonna die like an idiot. Don't think this is gonna be good enough for me. Got one of these over here. One more. Oh, I'm so dead. But we're dead with style. If we're gonna die, then we go down together. If we go down, then we go down together. They say you could be anything. They say that we were clever. If we go down there. I knew he was gonna come in. Oh my god, I lost the Templar. Ping. I haven't blamed ping in a while this game. This series. Oh, that was also ping. Hello? Why aren't you coming here, Chief? Oh god, it's gonna be too late, isn't it? What was first, actually? I think the one over here was first. Nice one. Nice one. Okay, we're really dead right now. Just gonna move forward and we'll lose. Yeah, I don't... That is actually the one thing that is impossible in ping, is when you drop your Templars to storm in time. Because they just get sniped before. It wouldn't have mattered in this fight, but it's something I wanted to have set as a preemptive excuse if this happens again in the future. This game was absolutely terrible for me. My worker active was okay, but my early game was really sloppy. Like, I didn't actually get my second gateway on time. My robo wasn't quick enough. Just felt like I was playing like a bit of a bronzy. When am I playing a game on Europe either here? Because for now it seems like we're only playing on NA. Pride of Altaris. That is a good map for me. Generally probably the best TOS map. Because it's very large. Yeah, it's very large, which makes it a good map for TOS. I'll just open up with a Stargate and I won't scout. I scout around my base for like proxies and stuff. So far I think he proxied every single game. Or at least fake proxied. Fake proxied or real proxied. No. Yeah, we'll go again. 2-2 is the score, I think. Itchy nose. Good luck. Good luck to you as well, my friend. Yeah, so basically what we're going to be doing here, scout a little bit around our base, have a blast, you know, make sure that there's no crazy stuff going on. And then And we'll scout after gateway like we usually do. Then we go home. We take a very fast nexus. We could also. Ooh, there is a. This is the hero build. Hero did this once. I looked at it and thought to myself, this is kind of delicious. So the way that Hero played is he said, I want a fast nexus, but I also want a fast core. So he cuts one worker and doesn't scout. That way his... Oh, well, that's not great for him. Oh, he's actually just straight up gonna cancel. Now he'll go into an eBay block, which is always the follow-up. Always, every single time. Go in here. I wanna block the eBay block if we can. And well, I guess we'll have to play straight Cybercore in this case. There's no way around it. Yeah, it is absolutely beautiful. Yeah, great start for me, obviously. Hoppa. We could scout, or we could move across the map at least. This cost him a lot more than it cost me. The simple reason for that is that... and he also opened with double gas, by the way, so that's also important to note. Maybe even goes into a marine from here. And maybe he didn't go for double gas, but most likely he did. Because if you proxy, you usually open double gas. There's some scenarios in which you don't. So yeah, we basically have a core first opener with a slightly delayed nexus. But the start is pretty okay, I would say. Pretty okay. Gonna pop our head in. If he has a Reaper, we will see that. And it's gonna piss me off. Okay, we're just gonna put our dude over here. Oh, he wants the low ground, I think. Yeah, he wants the low ground. Okay. I think I kill him, no? Yeah, I win that. Hallelujah! One more. I think we're winning pretty hard here. Maybe a battery? Is that a bit of overkill? Might be a bit of overkill actually. I like overkill though. Overkill is good. He right now I think has 2 Reapers, 1 Hellion. Yeah, so he's gonna come here obviously. Oh, he has a lot of crap. The battery was no overkill. That battery was the best call of my freaking life. Holy cow. Am I happy that I built a freaking battery, huh? Okay, that thing's finishing up. He has nothing, no? Is that a Viking? I think that was a Viking. Didn't actually see it start, but... Or didn't actually see it finish. I don't have Warp Gate yet. Ooh, 2 Hellions. A Viking as a follow-up. What do we go in from here? I think like a Twilight would be good. On the other hand, the only thing that he can do is all in me. So that's what he's going to be doing. Yeah, okay, did build one extra there. Did he just walk away? I think so, right? Yeah. So he killed 4 with 1 Viking. Now usually I'd say that's great for him. And in this case, I also say that's great for him, because that's just a good trade, no matter what happens. Can I kill that? No shot, right? Yeah. Took the wrong turn. One turn too early there, my friend. I'm kind of afraid he's gonna counterattack again with something, and I'm not gonna be quite in position. Oh, what is this? That's a forge, which is good. Oh, he's actually coming, huh?
Let our enemy know
The enemy has discovered us.
Please.
An omen.
I thought I built this a lot earlier, honestly. What am I doing? Like, actually, what am I doing? It didn't matter what I was doing. I won anyway. Nice. Oh, got a little bit close there, but this was the ultimate blind counter, of course. I find this thing, then I go into Phoenix. My early game is good. Everything went well for me. So we're 3-2. Kind of lucky. Like, this type of TVP, I think, is very luck-based. I don't want to brag, but I'm one of the only people in the world that has beaten the casino. I went to 3 casinos in my life. The first time I went, I bought a starter pack for $35. I walked out of the casino with $60. That is plus 25. And also in the starter pack was included, I think, 1 beer and like 3 or 4 snacks. So really add 2 more euros for the beer and the snacks, you know? I'm up like 27 there. Second time I went, I think I lost 25 or so. And then one time, me and my girlfriend put in 50 euros each. So 100 euros total, and we walked out with 400 euros. So, honestly, I've destroyed the casino so far. Yes, I am bragging about the fact that I'm luckier than most people. I am way luckier than most people. I'm also decided to never enter a casino again. But then this guy, Special, comes and challenges me. And this time the games aren't even favored for the house. So you can imagine what I'm going to do with this guy. He has no shot. Needs to stop trying to play roulette against the master of roulette. I have a show that's called Rank Roulette. And I win every single time. I don't think that's a coincidence. It's not. I'm a lucky man. Okay. We're gonna play the same thing that I wanted to play last game. Which is, we scout around. And we go for the quick nexus. Now this sucks if his barracks is over here. If he has 2 barracks proxied in that location, something will happen that many of you will not like. And that is that I will lose the game. Ooh, this also is something I do not like. This actually is not good. I went too far.
you have not enough minerals.
Ping. If I wouldn't have gotten that down, I would have called ping. Honestly, immediately. First thing I would have said. I want to hit him like 3-4 times, so he can't start a bunker. And then, if I send another probe, I'll need to send 2 probes, you know? That's really the only reason why this is good. Nice. Very solid, Kevin. Very solid. Curious to see if he's actually going to be playing what I think he might be playing. Ooh, a little bit of a lag spike. That's the ping. Ping coming into play. Oh, he's playing Reaper for sure. This is a Reaper opener, my friends. Otherwise, you would not be chasing there with your SCV, would you? Would you? Why isn't he canceling that thing? Scares the crap out of me when he doesn't do that. Do we want like a battery in our main base? I'm considering it honestly. Gonna run around and we're gonna go into 3. What you call them? 3 gate. 3 gates is what we want. Okay, so you can go over here, Chief. You stay down here. I think we have a pretty darn decent setup. Should I even build a pylon here maybe? It's a possibility, of course.
It shall be done. Give up.
You require
Yeah.
codes.
Where shall we? Yes.
You have not enough minerals. You have not enough minerals.
Iron. We give.
You require my skills.
We're pushing him out. We actually are winning. And when I say winning, I mean we don't know if we're winning or... And so far we just haven't taken any damage yet, which is a big deal in my mind. Now we're gonna move across the map. We cut workers here, which is a big deal. Now we go. Okay, let's go, boys. The Saints are coming. Oh, this is not gonna work. Oh, this does not work whatsoever, huh? Oh. Why does he have 2 cars though? What is that? It's a good recall. It's a recall that people look at, they'll talk about it for a couple of years to come, and they'll say, that is what we call a very good recall even. Yeah, we get that. We get that, we get that. 3 Hellion builds actually do kind of suck, honestly. I mean, what's the... Why would he go in? Doesn't he already know exactly what I'm doing at this point? I have no clue what I'm doing, honestly. I've never played this specific build before. Some people could even say that it's not actually a build order. Then I'd say that's correct, because I haven't played this before in my life, but so far it's at least semi-working out. We killed, what, 3 of these dudes? If I can just run into Colossi, when I say run into Colossi, I mean build a crap ton of Colossi. Yeah, that annoys me. That does annoy me, Chief. Hey. Hey! Don't think I signed up for that. Do you want Blink first? No. I was considering getting a sentry as well. Oh, it's a Raven. Good lord. It's gonna be a rough game, let me tell you that much. Maybe you should get Charge over Blink. Okay, I have it. Very old school style here. This is not good. Do not copy this at home, okay? You understand this? This is a single Colossi into Charged Archon. We used to play this in Heart of the Swarm against SEV pools and that type of stuff. This is not good. I repeat, this is not good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get some units over here. Get a pylon in this area. What is he doing? Ooh, that was not good. Because now I lost what I believe to be my biggest plus, the super battery. I also am losing all my workers against a worker or a mine drop. Yeah, this was a very bad start for me. I'm slowing 600 minerals during this. This was not a good play. It's because I had to take my third base, and if you take a third, usually you actually have to do something. I thought he just played... I took too many assumptions. This was barracks first. If he plays gas first, what I did here isn't bad, because his bunker is delayed, because he gets a later CC. So he starts on the high ground majority of the time. But yeah, after I saw the Reaper, I probably shouldn't have done this. It was a thinking error. I think the score is 3-3 right now. Right? Final map, Hardwire? Yeah, okay, 6 was 2k. Okay, well, final map. It is now or never. It's dead or alive. And I'm kind of hoping that I'll stay alive, honestly. And what better way to end it all than with a proxy star... No, just kidding. Actually, should we? No, maybe shouldn't. I was considering it though. I was considering the proxy Stargate. I really was. I decided against it. What is this? Okay. We get this bad boy over here. Hop. Gonna go straight across the map. I'd be very surprised if he proxies again on my side of the map, because the one time he did that, that didn't end up so well for him. He's gonna probably proxy at home, or he's going to... Oh, I should have scouted faster downstairs. I'm a little bit late, actually. Ugh, that's painful. Oh, he's not doing it, so... Oh, he's just playing a standard opener. And he didn't scout. Wait, what? What is he doing? I actually really want to see what his first unit is going to be here. I am gonna see it as well. He's pulling out of gas. He gets a factory over here. So it's a marine, I guess. Or is this from a Reaper first? It's actually gonna send it across the map. Alright. In my opinion, very good opener for me. Because I can go straight into Stargate here. This is like a fake proxy, but without proxying. So it's just a barracks at home with a 2-gas opener. As you have heard so far, I'm not actually very fond of 2-gas opener. I think they suck. I feel like if he would just get in a standard game, he'd beat me every single time. Look at the lag I'm facing here. It's almost impossible for me to play on freaking East. Like 120 ping. On freaking East. Actually gonna get a battery down here as well. Alright, buddy. It's now or never. Just straight for Phoenix, I think.
Yes, Executor. Let not give ire shall be reclaimed. We serve with pride.
Teleport successful.
Not sure if I'm winning, but I think I might be. I want to scout what he's doing as well. Gonna move on the map a little bit at least. Wait, I said I want to scout what he's doing. My ping is very bad today for no real reason. It's pissing me off. Maybe we can pick something up. Yeah, I see him. Up. Straight robo. From a single gate, single Stargate. I see Widowmine there. It's an interesting thing to have at this point in the game. I see a Widow Mine over there as well. Here's a bunch of Widow Mines. Do I want to tank one mine shot and then... I think I do. Ah, he was very fast. Oh my god! That was beautiful. That was very well played by him, honestly.
The firstborn shall persevere. Yes, Executor.
What's this? I wonder what he's opening though.
You must construct additional pylons.
I really do wonder what he's opening. I don't have any info. I'm super blind right now.
Enough minerals. You have not enough minerals.
Can't see anything. Like, what actually is he playing? Good lord.
Your probes are under attack.
Good lord. That's not a good start. Please. No, please! Good lord, we played this so poor. I think we're dead, honestly. Yeah, I deserved it. I don't really know. Ah! I played this so ridiculously poor. What a terrible game out of me. Yeah, GG. The battlecruiser build actually won. Against Stargate it's not bad, but it's also not very good, I think. Holy crap, I was bad this game. Well, painful show match. So we end up losing 4-3. But some fun games were in there. I think at least. Our works active was good this game, yeah. Oh, I just had no vision on the map whatsoever. Losing that first Phoenix also really sucked. No battery in the main. No scout whatsoever. The mines really kind of pushed me away. I should have known that something was weird. Alright. That's gonna be it for me today. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to like button, subscribe to the channel. Hopefully I'll see you all next time for a new video. Thanks so much for watching. And I'll catch you all on the other side. Bye bye.